It is Power 105.1. I am enjoying a little hair of the dog with my good friend Gabrielle Union.
Oh, party don't stop.
Oh, that was a little Kim of you just there. So Gab is fresh off of the Met Gala
Yes.
red carpet and festivities that followed last night.
Still going.
Are you still
It's
going?
still going. It's still going.
So we're having a little hair of the dog, as they say. How was it last night? Tell me everything. You look beautiful as always.
Well, you know I can't tell you everything because then they stop inviting you to the party.
Okay, tell me what you can.
What I can tell you.
Why is there really like a non-disclosure type of thing that is unsaid?
No, it's an understanding. You got to create safe spaces for people whose lives are generally under a microscope to have like 2 seconds where you could breathe, take off your Spanx. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be bloated.
Yeah.
You know, not have verb noun agreement.
Right.
And not have to answer for every little thing. You
that
just
means
wanna
it got
be, like,
crazy
chill.
in there.
It was, but we had a lovely time.
Wow.
We prayed together.
At the
you know,
Met
we
Gala?
worshipped. Yeah, basically.
Really?
We fellowshipped. Isn't that what they call it these days?
Fellowship,
Yeah.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It was so fun. It was like, you know, sometimes at industry things, you kind of get into that frame of mind where you're supposed to feel just grateful to even be invited.
Yeah.
But nobody really talks to you. You kind of end up huddled by the bar with the, you know, other brown people. But everybody was a lot of brown people. And we were just living out loud and enjoying ourselves and partying.
That's so surprising to me. I would have thought it would have been stuffy in there because everybody has these big costumes on and headgear and all this.
No, we were stepping on each other's trains and just having a good time. You know, shots come out. You know what I mean? Everyone's, you know, drinking and having a good time.
So it's like a party.
Yeah. I got to meet so many people that I've been a fan of.
Like who? Because I feel you met
people who
everybody.
don't go to bed at 9 o'clock, like our generation, Angie,
right.
who don't call down in Vegas talking about turn this racket down. It's 9:30. Some of us got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
So I got to meet Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out and Black Panther, and I got to meet John Boyega from Star Wars, like the young Brits. I hadn't seen Idris in years. I got to meet his.
Did you meet his
lady?
His
yeah,
fiancée?
she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's dope. She fit right in. You know when people bring the new significant other, and you're like, they gonna fit in. They're gonna get these jokes. And she was cool. But yeah, like I had, we all got to see, Donald Glover so close after the release of his video. So it was just nice to just.
How good is that video?
I told him last night, I was like, I had to watch it 10 times just to catch everything.
Right.
And then I needed a minute to sit with it, to really understand its complete genius and how he left nothing out.
It was so good.
It's the most accurate depiction of America in art out there right now.
And it's just art well done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes people, you're going for the shock or it felt so effortlessly like just art well
and you
done.
find it when you find it. First time you watch it, it's gonna feel like just him dancing.
Yeah.
And then you see the kids in the background, and then you're like, when was there a horse? Did I miss a horse?
Right. Is that Trayvon's father?
Yeah. And like you start catching all the little stuff, and then you start to doing research, and then I started following my timeline as people started dissecting it.
You're probably way more.
It's so deep. It's so deep.
I've only seen it a couple times yesterday, and then I've been in a whirlwind too, so I haven't.
And then do your own research. Find your own meaning to
right.
art. It's a beautiful piece of
pretty great, right?
Yeah. And everyone was just celebrating just Black brilliance and beauty and our love and all its shapes and incarnations. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Gabrielle Union. I'm sorry, you're talking about all this love, but I had no idea that you had beef with Jada Pinkett for 17 years.
Well, and I wouldn't have called it beef. Angie, you know me. So
it was like beef. You were fighting. You were rolling.
We were meeting around at the 7-Eleven. Jada, meet me at the 7-Eleven. Bring Twizzlers or else.
It's going to be a problem if I see you in these streets.
No, it was more of like at some point in time, like neither of us remembers, we created a slight. Either I slighted her or she slighted me, or it was real or imagined. And instead of being mature enough to be like, I don't even remember, to be honest. But it's like, you create spaces for people to be around you that be like, see, this is how you know I've been drinking. That'd be like, this is what she, Jada don't really mess with you like that. And you're like, really? What? I missed that.
And then you're like, well, I don't mess with her either.
Right. And then 17 years go by. And that's literally the whole thing.
And your paths have never crossed where you've had a chance to?
No, but we have, but we're not, it's not beef. That's why, like, we have pictures taken in the last 17 years.
Yeah, you're like,
we've run into each other. Our husbands hang out.
But there's a weird...
it was just kind of like, we just didn't really speak like that. But it wasn't, we're not dramatic people.
Right.
But what we finally recognized is that we were both so fearful of rejection, and we didn't have enough sense of self and enough sense of self-worth to realize that we should be able to not only give love, but be able to receive it. Right. So a lot of us, we're so fearful of rejection that we create spaces that keep manifesting rejection and negativity. So before you have a chance to reject me, I'm gonna reject you.
Yeah.
And we both grew up and evolved. And she reached out and she said, "Sister, we're both doing the same work."
She reached out to you.
Yeah. And she said, "We're both doing the same work. We both, we both understand this life. We both have love for each other. Can we talk and figure out what it was?" And we're like, we don't know what it was, but what we do know is at that time we were both so immature and insecure that we created spaces and had people around us that fed all of our insecurities.
Isn't that crazy?
And created a situation that was really probably more likely than not just a figment of our imaginations.
That must have been so lovely to have.
There was a moment
where
I just like I kind of cried. In she has a new show,
Red Table Talk.
Table Talk at her house, and I just kind of let it go, and not just for that moment with Jada, but for so many relationships that I would have probably considered failed relationships or friendships that I just wasn't mature enough or evolved enough or healed enough to just say,
"What's up here?
What's up?"
Yeah.
Tell me what you really. Give me your bottom line.
Yeah.
What is your intention? What are your goals right now? Because what I'm feeling is just straight negativity.
Right.
Was that your intention? Okay, then let's get to the bottom of what that is.
Right.
Because this is what I'm receiving.
And it's also, you have to care enough to take that time. Because there's people that we come across that were like, whatever.
You got to care enough, and you got to be,
enough,
mature enough and healed enough in your space to even allow for that.
Oh, sweet. So you all like crying and hugging. And
yeah, it was
best
beautiful.
friends now?
Listen, we're text buddies now.
Okay,
so
obviously
we're all both flying all across the country. But I saw Jaden last night, and we had, I had a cool moment with Jaden. It's just nice, like,
love him.
When you see. You have black families that what other black family could understand what my black family is going through?
Right.
You know what I mean? And to create these communities, you know what I mean, where you have each other's back, you can feel and show love. It's important. Otherwise, you feel like you're out there on an island.
How was the house?
It was beautiful.
Insane. Has to be. Of course
it's beautiful. It's like it's
the Smith's house.
It's a sanctuary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would imagine
it's what we try to create in our home.
Your home is phenomenal, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're home.
But it feels like when I get home, I feel like I can breathe. And that's what I felt like at Jada's house.
Yeah.
Like, I can breathe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of homes,
you're
doing a show.
We did our special.
How was that for a segue?
We did All Star Flip for HGTV, and it was the only time me and D have ever worked
Is this
together.
not an ongoing thing? It was just like a one-off.
It was just a one-off, and just to see if like people would be even interested in hearing us talk about our love of flipping houses and real estate.
We are interested in anything that the two of you do or talk about together.
We're boring for the most part, but
lies,
unless you guys are around. But it was fun. It was fun. Like, it was interesting to see his work ethic up close. And the things he like nitpicks about and the things that he even, notices.
Oh, so I thought that was going to be a thing we were going to see all the time now.
Well, I mean, we had to make sure people were interested. Yeah. And so now that we know people are interested, we perhaps are negotiating and in talks with HGTV for a cool show.
I love that. Yeah. All right. So you're like everybody's couple goals on social media.
You know what? Because we're perfectly imperfect. Like, if you're looking at us as goals and you know our path, like, God bless you. Yeah. We're just living our best lives and just trying to do better than we did the day before.
But it can't be
perfect. And I like him.
It can't be perfect because on social media,
it's not.
It feels perfect on social media.
No, that's why the other day I wanted to push him off a cliff, and we were working out together.
Why?
And so I posted. I was like, we're not really. I don't really like him today, but we're trying to, pull it together. Right. He wouldn't even look at me, and I'm just, trying to capture him on the treadmill. But no, I mean you're not going to like each other every day. Yeah. You're just not.
I know. I get it.
But for the most part, I like him.
Yeah.
For the most part. Consistently.
He's
really entertaining.
That's like the nicest thing you could say about your spouse, right?
I like him a lot. Yeah. And he's cute.
Yeah.
And he's cute.
And you're cute.
And he's cuddly. And we like the same shows. And we both fight to stay awake to see who they, like the house they choose on House Hunters International.
Oh, see, you're made for each other. I can watch that.
We're like, but what flat will they choose in Prague? I can't go to sleep without this knowledge. And who else? I mean, you know.
It's so
not
good. All right, so we have a movie, too, coming out. A Will Packer production. Shout out to Will Packer.
Yes.
Our guy.
Yeah, we got Breaking In.
So this is like a what was that movie where they were trying to get out?
Panic Room, where they're trying to get out.
It's like a panic room.
Yes.
But the reverse.
Exactly.
You're panicking, you're trying to get in.
In to save my kids
Your
who have
children
been
are inside.
held hostage by a band of criminals who are, we don't know why they've shown up at my dad's house, who's just recently passed away.
Do you find out in the movie? You find out,
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. But at the time, I step out, like, you know, some moms do. You step out after
outside.
a long ride with your kids, and she needed a little cocktail, as it happens. And while she steps outside for a damn drink, the bad guys they take her kids hostage. And she's like, I can't even have a drink. And then she has, then my character has to figure out how to save herself and save her kids.
But she's like a badass,
She
right?
is a badass. Literally, you know, in the screenings across the country, what I wasn't anticipating is every time she uses common sense and she fights back, the audience cheers.
Yes.
Usually you cheer kind of at the end, but every time they're like, she's got common sense. Go, girl. You know.
Our standards are so low out here.
Well, it's, you know, because
common
like,
sense is all that
we save ourselves every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you start to think that the only way that you can have common sense and any kind of physicality and to be able to save your family is if you're a superhero.
Right.
But the reality is, when you look in the mirror, you should see a superhero every day, because we do this stuff every day. We're heroic every damn day of our lives, especially when it comes to kids.
The movie comes out Friday.
Take your mama, take your cousin.
Is it family friendly?
It is. It's PG-13.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually cut out a couple things just to make sure that families could go together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you know what? And we started putting it out there that if you know some moms in your neighborhood, on your block, or in your family that you know can't afford to go check out the movie, if you could sponsor some moms that
I love that
need
you
a break.
do that. And you did that for Black Panther, right?
We did it for Black Panther, and we did it for A Wrinkle in Time. We just want to make sure that it's important to see yourself reflected on the big screen and the small screen, in front of and behind the cameras. And you know, we try to allow as many people into the theaters as possible, because representation, it really does actually make a difference.
It really does.
So we just try to help out as much as we can.
So you like encourage people to support certain movies? And,
support each other.
Mm-hmm.
But also just remember that all our neighbors don't have the same means, and you know, help out when you can.
Send a couple of kids to the movies.
Send a couple kids to the movies, or moms.
Small popcorn.
Moms, you know, there's a lot of moms out there that don't get the support and appreciation that they deserve.
And this comes out the weekend of Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
It is Mother's Day weekend. I forgot that.
Yeah.
This is a perfect time for that.
Exactly, and shows moms kicking butt like we do every day.
Were you part of this VH1 Mother's Day thing?
I did, yeah.
What did you do? I
with
didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was me and my mom. And we did it in LA. And my mom is 71, and at 60.
I saw a picture of her. She's beautiful.
She's so cute. At 60, she adopted 3 more children.
Wow.
And so she's 71, trying to learn how to use emojis and trying to
How old are they?
How to slide into somebody's DMs. Now they are 11,
Why?
11, 10.
That,
I mean, these kids start early. 11, 10, and 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is,
and she's doing it by herself. You know, she raised us with my dad, and
God
then
bless
so
her.
she's doing it as a single parent, as a non-traditional, you know, older parent.
Mm-hmm.
But she just recognizes the need in our community, and she steps up over and over again. So that's where I get my inspiration from my mom.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
How did she deal with your book after? Because
she was like, tell the truth and shame the devil. Because she comes out like a champ.
She does.
My dad, perhaps I ruined Thanksgiving. Perhaps.
Not as excited.
Not as well received.
Really? Because we talked when the book had just come out.
Yeah.
So I'd wondered after, because you were very honest about so much. I mean, everything from rape to your relationship with your dad, to how you feel about sex. And I mean, it was, for a parent to read that, you know.
I mean, she was like, girl, I raised you. I know. Like, you know, get it. And because like my parents didn't raise me to like put me, no, exactly. My mom was like, listen, I was the good girl who did everything right. And I ended up, you know, alone and unfulfilled. So that's how well it works out when you follow every rule and you worry about what everyone else thinks and you cross all your T's and dot every I. It can be real boring and monotonous. Yeah. So please live enough lives for all of us. So she loves it when I dance on the tables. So, she's like, so I saw you and P. Diddy, I think that's what we're calling him now. And it looked like you and Tiffany Hash, you were passing a bottle around. I just wanted to make sure you weren't driving. I was like, I wasn't driving, Mom. She said, it's so nice to see Tiffany out there. It's just nice.
And you living your best life.
You're just living your best life.
Your best
with
life.
P. Diddy.
There was a moment that you had on social media where you were very vocal because your mouth is crazy sometimes,
and
Gab.
you know.
No, I know that, but you also sometimes let the world see the crazy mouth.
And
so you were very opinionated about sex and it being reciprocal and that it should be. And you even talk about it in the book.
It needs to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, somebody's very unfulfilled and probably has a boyfriend or a girlfriend somewhere else that's not in your house.
Correct.
This is straight up Hennessy, and this is, oh goodness.
I just thought it would.
For those of you going to be watching me on Fallon tonight.
Oh, sorry,
it could
Fallon.
go a little south.
It could go left at any point. Okay, so movies coming, maybe a HD TV show.
We got the New York and Company line.
Yes, cute.
We've got New York and Company.
Is it like a full big line?
Yeah,
it is, right?
Yeah, I have my own line.
Is this anything you're wearing today?
Yeah, I just took off I just came from New York and Company down at the mall.
Amazing.
Our best selling store is actually in the Manhattan Mall. So we just was down
there
right? doing a fan appreciation. Yeah.
So from the Met Ball to the fan appreciation.
Listen, I've slept about 2.5 hours.
Wow, I respect it.
Listen, these bills don't pay themselves, Angie. And the way my prenup is set up, me and Cicely Tyson, like she's goals. She's still getting a check. Secure the bag, Cicely.
What do you mean the way your prenup is set up?
It's in the book.
I forgot. It's been too long. I'm sorry.
It's in the book.
All right, fine.
Yeah, no, I'm a firm believer in a prenup. I'm a firm believer, and we all got to bring something.
That's right, because you had a bad experience last time.
I wrote too many checks the last time.
You wrote too many checks.
And I didn't like it. I didn't like how that made me feel.
Dwayne does well for himself. You would be okay.
Today. Yeah.
True.
The last one did well for himself.
At some
on that
point,
day.
On that day, right.
And then not so much.
After.
Yeah. And dudes these days, there used to be a time where they're like, I'm just going to slink away and I'm not going to ask for anything because of my pride. And now they're like, half. I was there with you shooting in the gym. Give me half.
Lies.
First of all, I asked you to read these lines with me and you said you were too tired. So I don't know what you think you deserve.
Right.
You weren't writing these songs. You weren't performing in these arenas, but yet you think you deserve. Okay, I see. Okay.
She clearly is holding on to a little bit.
No, I mean, that's why I was like, we need a prenup.
Yeah, no.
Because we all need to feel comfortable about, where everybody's going.
Isn't it so funny, too, that they assume that the girl wouldn't want the
person who has a little less or a lot less. A lot less. But I like my money where it's at.
Your own.
Yeah, and I like the feeling of, why I'm here. I know why you're here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm hanging on for...
Because it's cheaper to keep him more, cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, I could get my own stuff. I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But what I want to make sure everyone feels comfortable that we're not making any kind of decisions based on finances.
Yeah. I love that.
That's comfortable for us.
It's so old-fashioned, Gab.
I tried old-fashioned and I had to write too many checks.
That's right. No, I feel you. Yeah. No, I mean the notion is old-fashioned of you should be here for love. This should be
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I like it backed up with a little legal document called a prenup.
Just for good measure. Mm-hmm. Okay, and being Mary Jane is ending. This makes me sad.
I know.
This makes me sad.
I know. We just finished the 2-hour film finale. We added Morris Chestnut to the mix, just to make it
for
spicier.
Good measure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's you got to add a little chocolate. Mm-hmm. Can never have enough chocolate.
Right, of course,
Yeah, so we will see when it's finished. It's great. I've seen the cut. So now it's up to BET.
So you're proud of the
yes.
rap.
So
it's a 2-hour.
BET
by the way, it's a 2-hour.
And tell them you want this movie now.
Oh, why is it not a
we don't know when it's coming out. Yeah, so you got to let them know that you want it. You want your Being Mary Jane now.
But it's a finale, right?
It's a finale. It's done. It's
2-hour.
It's ready to go.
And it's just sitting there at BET.
I mean, maybe there's some more music we need to add.
Okay.
So maybe there's some of these hot artists that come up here that we can add them to our soundtrack. Right. But yeah, so just as fans, if you're a fan of the show and you're ready to see it,
it's time.
Let BET know that you're ready to see it, and it's time.
Yeah, we're ready, BET.
Yeah, we're ready.
And I'm ready.
Vámonos.
All right. Well, we'll miss you on Being Mary Jane, but we can see you in the movie this Friday.
Breaking in,
everyone.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Thanks.
You look beautiful as always.
Thank you.
Anything else we need to look out for?
I've got my Invicta watch line.
Of course,
I've
go ahead.
got
Run
my
it down.
vanilla
Run
pudding
it down.
sold exclusively at Total Wine & More. I've got my Flawless Hair Care line sold at Ulta and JCPenney and online at flawlesshair.com. Oh, LA's Finest. Yes, it was my first project under my new Sony production deal for Sony TV, a pilot for NBC, so we're hoping that it gets picked up with me and Jessica Alba.
Oh, look cute. Oh, I saw clips of that. Or I saw like pictures or something of that of you.
Yeah. So I reprised my role from Bad Boys 2, Sid, but now she's in LA doing her own thing.
I love that.
Partnering up with Jessica Alba's characters.
So now somebody has to pick it up.
No, somebody has to pick it up.
What can we do to help and support?
Tell NBC you want to see us on air.
Call NBC. We'll listen to things. Congratulations on everything. It's so good to see you.
No, thanks.
Salud, mama.
Salud.
Prost. Get some sleep, too. And I'm sorry to Jimmy Fallon. It's about 105.1. Gabrielle Union, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for these cocktails, Hennessy. Thank you.